Hey, I'm Jonathan and this is Castoff Concepts. Today we're going to be looking at the Global Industries maple-topped L-shaped steel frame workbench. It's got some adjustable legs that go from 30 to 35 inches. I'm going to bring that over here, we'll unbox it and take a look. So this is everything that came with the workbench. We got 6 boxes here. We've got the tops and then we've got the steel structure that goes underneath. So I'll start unboxing these and we'll put it together. All right, so I got the steel frame out. I also got myself a different table. So there's some good literature that came with these. And so here's the paperwork for Global Industrial Workbench 72 by 78. So we'll start putting this together. And the tops are pretty big, so I'll bring them over here in just one second. These are the leg sections, and they do come with holes for outlets, so I'll probably be putting those in at some point. But you can see there's just a couple little pegs down in there, and they go into the slots. So they just fit together like that, nice and simple. And these give you the allowable 30 to 35 inches of table height. Okay, now that those are put together, I'm going to move them off this table and we'll start setting them up. So now that I got the table cleared off, I've got one leg here. So this is the portion that goes against the workbench, the wood top. And this is the leg, and it fits right in here. And then they gave us quite a few fasteners to put this together. They also gave us an Allen key. But to speed things along, I went and got my drill and a 1/2-inch wrench so that I can put these together a little faster. Okay, so as you can see, we had to get the other mic out. Lapel mic died, but it happens. Got it charging. But you can see we've got the legs put together. So I'm going to move this table. We'll put these down on the floor. I'll go get the other top, and we'll start putting it together. Like I said, this is one hunk of maple. It's in butcher block style. It's 72 by 30. So we'll put the legs up here and we'll get it screwed together. All right, now on this kind of project, it's always good to make sure you've got these lined up. So I'm actually just using my pen. You can use a tape measure, but you just want to make sure that they're even with the edge of your work surface. You also want to use your pen to scrape out these holes so that we can then pre-drill, because we don't want to split this maple top when we go and put the screws in it. Hi, future Jonathan here. So you'll see me using my pen here in this upcoming clip to measure these uprights, just getting a distance. Don't do that. Something I found while putting this backstop up that I didn't bother checking for whatever reason. Put the backstop on first. Once you get your legs assembled, put them up on top of the table, bottom side up of course, and just get them loosely fit. That way you've got a good distance. Don't know why I didn't think about it, but I didn't. So I'm going to re-drill these. Well, I'm going to drill them for the first time. Then I'll come back and I'll drill them again. Okay, now that we've got those holes drilled, we can put our legs back over. We can take our wood screws and we'll start setting the legs. All right, so now we've got the other top. It's got a set of legs on the outboard. It's got a single leg on the inboard, and then it's got this splice plate which attaches the smaller top to the bigger top. And so I'm going to measure this out, and I'm going to do this off camera, but I'll show you the results. All right. So as you can see, I was able to move things around so I could keep everything up here on the workbench. So I've got the smaller top and the bigger top. And then like I was saying, we've got this single leg on the inboard and then this splice plate. So I'm going to mark and pre-drill this single leg and mark and pre-drill this splice plate. And then I'll bolt the splice plate to the leg, and then I'll bolt everything down to the tops. And then we'll go out here to the outboard and we'll put that leg on. Well, as you can see, I moved the large tabletop off our workbench. I've got the single leg, the inboard leg installed. I've got this outboard leg that we're going to install, but it looks like I'm missing a couple of wood screws, so I'm going to go find some replacements. I went and found some new screws. I actually got a second one of these L-shaped tables that I stole the screws out of. I only put 5 screws per leg set, which is they give you 12 holes to fill, so I'm not sure why they didn't give us enough screws, but it is what it is. So I'm going to put some screws in this one, and then we'll be good. All right, so now we've got the leg secured. We've got these cross braces. So we'll just bolt these on. Now that these are secured, there is a back piece that I'm going to put on next. Hi, future Jonathan here. So, something I found out while trying to put this backstop on, these legs need to be right on the edge of your table, almost. I think I'm within 1/8 of an inch. So, for you, put your legs up, loosely fasten this backstop before you pre-drill, before you mark your holes. It'll make life a lot easier. All right. Obviously the desks are on their feet now, which I will say is quite a pain. The feet have an interlocking peg that they don't sit well in. So when you're messing with these, if you get the maple top, they are really heavy. So be careful, maybe even get a second person when you're moving these around. Anyway, so like you saw, I went and I drilled all these and I set the legs. And I believe future me came in and told you what happened. Don't use your pen to set these. Put these backstops up and just loosely fit them. Set your legs, drill your holes, then bolt them down, then tighten these up. Wasn't a hey, it's a learning lesson. I got one more of these to do, and now I'm a step ahead. So got them turned over onto their legs. Got the three-legged little desk set up. That piece I was showing you, the angle, I've got that bolted in here. Everything's set. So right here where I am now, there's going to be a shelf, so I'm going to put that in. Now that I've got the shelf in, I'm going to put 2 screws over there, 2 screws over here, and we should be done. Oh, man, what a project. But you know what? This maple top L-shaped workbench, 72 by 78 from Global Industrial, it's going to be quite the workbench. I'm happy to have it. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time, which it probably is, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Go ahead, leave me a comment. I'm sure you have questions. I know I do. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hey, and you know what? Let's customize it.